This is Mitch, and we're here with another candidate interview. We're here with Dylan Friisvall. He's running in the Lance District. Thanks for being here, Dylan.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. I'm Dylan Friisvall. I'm obviously running for the council candidate spot. This is my first time running in the political game here.
All right, so before we get started, we have to go over the ground rules. You have 60 minutes. You can use as much or as little of that time as you'd like. No talking about other people. These are straight cut videos, except for this camera. Your camera here, it shoots in 10-minute segments.
Okay.
You were mentioning that you have a way better camera than me. And those are basically the rules there. So, Dylan, first of all, just tell us a little bit about who you are and where you come from.
Oh yeah. Well, I've lived on the reservation and worked on the reservation all my life, so I know the community. I know the issues we face, so I'm not a stranger just throwing my voice out in the crowd here. I went to school at the KBIC here and graduated with an associate's degree in environmental science. Currently pursuing my degree in business administration, and I don't see myself stop learning. I mean, life's about lessons and learning, so this is going to be one of them.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm not trying to point it out I'm not trying to point it out, but it'll be a question for somebody out there. How old are you?
I am 26.
26. And what's your history with tribal politics?
I'm new. This is me throwing myself in. Fresh. So.
All right. So, what about any family members that were in politics before that you might have learned from?
I generally tried to stay away because I tried to focus on my studies and work, and I'm trying to worry about that still. But I'd like to try to help out. But I've learned a little bit from my Aunt Violet, who has been the judge over the years, and hopefully I can continue to learn from her and see what she can help me with.
What about your time over at KBOCC? Did you do anything over there?
Yes, I helped run the KBOCC's candidate forum, which some of you may have attended, some of you may have saw the live feed we did. We're working on some bugs with that and getting it to be improved, but I've learned quite a bit of questions that you guys may have, but we'll see via Facebook what everybody else.
All right, so did that inspire you to run for council, or did you always sort of think it was something you'd want to do?
In the back of my head, it's something I always wanted to kind of do because I feel I can help the community.
Very good. And so what are some of the things you did learn from that candidate forum? I mean, that must have been cool to get in there and question the candidates and stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The questions didn't really come from me per se. It came from the student body that the college has there, and they had a lot of questions and concerns that I feel the candidates at the time did answer them pretty good and well.
So you were doing what I'm doing right now?
Basically, yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool. All right. I'm going to have to get some notes from you because you've been doing that it's been years?
I'm going on my third year now.
Okay.
So.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the moment you decided to run for council.
The moment I decided to kind of run for council, it started a while back. I was working customer service at the Pines at the time, and I was like listening to the voices of the people, and it's like I feel like I could help some of these people, and I slowly kind of developed a way in my head to prepare myself before I became of age to be able to run in the first place. So I've been preparing myself, and this year I think I'm ready to try to go through with my goal.
When did you submit your letter?
I submitted my letter on pretty much the D-Day because I have stuff going on, and it kind of just sprang upon me. I was like, oh crap, it's that time already, and you know how things go, especially when you're busy. It just flies by.
All right, so you're running for council, 26 years old. Have you been out campaigning?
I have not yet. I would like to, but I would also like to wait for the initial ballot voting session to go through first before I put in 100% effort, because I'm being 26, I don't really have that much funds at my disposal to make all these pretty flyers and brochures and whatever else you may need.
Have you been having conversations with people?
Yes, even before running for council this year. Customer service at the Pines, I'd ask the people questions, what they'd like to see, and even when I was working at the water quality technician for the NRD there, I was even asking the people questions and listening to what they had to say, and listening to their stories.
So what are some of the main bullet points, topics that you come across when you're talking with people?
There's cigarettes is one of their main things with our cigarette sales, and how our Christmas check is also one of the impacts as well that people tend to come up with, and just general care is for the elders and stuff.
Okay, so let's go to the first one you said then, that the cigarette sales.
Yeah.
What are some of the questions that you'd have hitting the ground in a council meeting?
Some of the questions I would, where do the profits go? What are we doing with our cigarettes? Where can we sell? Where else can we sell them? Type of questions is what I get asked. And
All right. I mean, I guess you'd be basically trying to answer anybody's questions that have questions.
yeah, pretty much. I try to answer them as best to my knowledge and honestly as I can.
Okay. So some of the other bullet points, because of course, I mean, with all the pool of questions we have here, and we'll get to those in a second, but actually how much time we have? Oh yeah, we got time. Let's go to another one of the bullet points then, because I'm interested to hear what you have to say on all these things. Blood quantum. What's your view on blood quantum?
I'm not a fan of it because that's been generated by the government of the United States to help reduce the amount of native you are, to kind of, as they say, save the Indian. Said that backwards, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Kill-
what it should have been.
Kill the Indian, save the man.
Yeah, that's what it should be. Save the Indian.
Yeah, we should save the Indian. That blood quantum helps get rid of that, and we only use that in certain aspects of our life. Not everybody uses it. Horse breeders will use it to get the purity amount of the horse and such. We are not animals. We are people.
Okay, very good. Moving on to another big bullet point, and this is probably the one I should have went to right off the bat because it's the one everyone's talking about. Well, actually, I'll just bring up the poll. Did you see the poll that I put on the KBIC members Facebook page?
I did not know.
Did you see any of the other videos?
I've seen that they were posted. I did not want to watch them because I did not want to kind of cheat.
Cheat? Really?
I didn't want to know the answer, the questions ahead of time, so I can prepare for answers, kind of thing.
Wow. Okay. Well, that makes me kind of... Okay, well, let's go to that poll then. The poll, give 3 choices. Members living on the reservation should vote. Members living within ceded territory should vote. Or all KBIC members should vote. Where do you fall in that poll?
That's a tough question. I believe that anybody that's a member and it affects them and they're with the community, they should be able to vote because they're here helping us. They're the community. We're,
Yep.
they should get a say.
Okay, very good. We're going to reset these cameras. All right, so I have to say that you are the first person to say that you haven't checked out any of the videos. A lot of the other candidates said that they watched the videos and sort of prep for it and stuff. I kind of like your attitude on it. And that's why I was kind of thinking how I should attack these questions. Because, I mean, you're ready to go on these. So let's go right to them. I'll go to this one from Robin Chosa. When considering the tribe's current economic status, what do you think can be done to ensure our economic success to keep providing services for our members?
One key thing would probably most likely be, is diversifying. We can't put all our eggs in one basket, of course, because gambling, I feel, is not a safe bet. I mean, I used to gamble, and that's went pretty downhill for me.
It's not a safe bet. I like that.
Yeah, but I think investing into our people would be a good one. But the hemp factory that we have, I think that would be an excellent one because we can provide a lot of different opportunities around here, job-wise, especially because we can produce clothing, paper products, lotions and shampoos and such.
Yeah.
Not just the typical use that people associate that with.
And the tribe's getting into the cannabis adventure. That's another industry that's getting moving to that nobody has mentioned yet.
Yeah, that's similar. That's kind of implied when I mentioned the hemp factory. That's obviously gonna be a byproduct as well.
Absolutely. So what do you, other than gaming and then the cannabis adventure or hemp, what are other viable options for the tribe in business?
I think a community center just in general would help us, everybody, the whole tribe and all, because what do you do after work? We go home, we play video games at the house or the bar or opioids. That's about it. I mean, you can go outside and play, but that requires also more money and stuff. but a community center might be very helpful because you can have a list of activities to do, and you can be there with friends and family, promoting health as well.
Okay, so that does bring me to a question then from, let's see. Oh, Carrie Ashbrook, with the growing epidemic on drug abuse, increased tribal children in foster care, what has the tribe done to battle or should be doing to decrease this ongoing problem?
That's a loaded question right there. Me being new to the political game, I'm not quite familiar with what the tribe has done, but I have seen them, for the opioids, place dispensers where you can dispose of your old medication, for example. That, I'm not sure how successful that was, but I can certainly look into that if I get onto the council and stuff.
Okay. This isn't a question from the pool, but it's just a question I've been asking. How has culture played a role in your life?
It's the older I get, the more it's impacting me. I'm a work in progress on that. I'm still learning. One thing I'm learning is our culture, our language, which impacts our culture, because if we don't have our language, culture kind of goes out the window.
Yeah. So I'll go to this question from Christina Wanape. What is going to be done to strengthen our Ojibwe language and culture here at KBIC? We need to think about our future generations and what we leave for them.
Language is the starter. We can start labeling things in our Anishinaabe language would be a big help. That way we get used to saying it and pronouncing it, and then it kind of becomes second nature and such. And if, for people that don't say it and not, we can have it in parentheses and stuff in English and how to say it properly in Ojibwe and such. Signs and teachings is one of the big things that would help.
Maybe at the community center.
Yeah, exactly, at the community center.
Okay, so here's a question from Christine M. Mackey. What are some of your strengths that would benefit serving on tribal council?
Some of my strengths, I would have to say, I think I'm more of a people person, like face-to-face wise. I feel like I can help people with their problems, and I can diffuse a situation with people. As working in customer service for so many years, I feel like that's one of the things one of my strengths. Also, if I don't know the answer, I will try to find it. I'm pretty sure I can look anywhere and try to find an answer for you.
Okay, another question from Christine M. Mackey. How does serving fit in with your other responsibilities?
Serving that's another tough question for me, because I'm not quite sure, because I'm new to this, so I'm not sure how it would fit in with anything for me.
Okay, so that'd be something you'd find out.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to more questions here. From Jessica Pose, what are your views on using technology to propel our tribe into the future?
I'm a high tech. I love technology. I mean, I think we can do so much good with it. We can do distance learning for those who can't get home or get out of home, because we love this. Hate the snow, love it. It's a love-hate relationship. But when we get snowed in, we can't really go anywhere, sometimes for hours, long time. And we got stuff to do. If we want, we can teach our Anishinaabe language online via Facebook if we had to. We can use it for a lot of good.
Would you be in favor of using technology for people? Because you said you're for all members voting, right?
Yeah, that are active within the community and stuff, because it concerns them. And
Yep. So would you be in favor of like using technology for somebody for proxy voting and stuff, or would you like to see people come home to vote?
It'd be nice to see them come home and vote, just to see their face and they get to see who they're voting for, kind of situation. But I know that's always not the case sometimes, but proxy voting would solve that.
Okay. Okay, here we go. I like this one.
Oh boy.
Because, well, no, it's perfect for you.
Okay.
Another question from Jessica Pose. What are your thoughts on implementing younger generations to help our tribe reach its members who live further away? Oh boy. Never mind.
That's a wordy question.
Yeah, it's a big question. Is your second question? We're going to move. Sorry, Jessica. We're going to move to a different question. Well, no, I don't want to go to that one either. See, because a lot of these questions, and you mentioned that in the KBOCC event, you guys got a lot of questions that were maybe for current tribal council members and not people just running.
Yeah, because some of the questions were like from people that are in office now, but they can just go to the council meetings that they do host and ask those questions.
Okay, so then here's a question for you. What questions do you have that you're going to want answered day one when you get in there?
I haven't thought about. That's a tough question to think about because it depends on the question.
Okay, well, I guess then what's the biggest thing you'd like to tackle when you get in there? What are you most excited for?
Solving the issue, I guess, with our cigarettes. I know I've been seeing and hearing about the cigarettes issues with our. I like to solve that. I mean, that's a small stepping stone because get that solved. Maybe it'll help increase our cigarette sales.
Okay.
And everybody loves our Christmas check, so maybe that'll boost morale, and then
I gotcha.
Go from there.
All right, very
snowball.
good. I think we're going to take the time now to reset these timers. I want to go to this question from Deborah Parrish. Do you support tribal members who live in Harvey District or Ontonagon having a seat on the tribal council?
Oh, yeah, that'd be very helpful because we don't exactly know what's going on in those areas. It'd be nice to have basically a set of eyes to see what's going on over there to help us influence us as a council member or as a tribe, actually, because especially at the Harvey, that's obviously going to be a big economic impact for us too.
Yeah. Another one from Deborah Parrish. Do you support the tribal council also taking a cut in pay to help reduce the $2.5 million cutbacks needed?
Yeah, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the people. I'm for the community. I'm in it for you guys.
There you go. Good answer. Okay, another one of my favorite questions here I've been using from Michael Dowd. What, in your opinion, would be the perfect tribal council member?
One that's for the people, one that cares for the economy as well, and the environment. Combine those three, the people, environment, economy, I think it'd be pretty solid.
Okay. This one one's from Mike Rodriguez. Should there be term limits?
No, I don't think so. If there's a member that's doing good, why fix what's broken, so to say.
Very good. You're for somebody who didn't go through these and prep for them, you're nailing some of these questions. I'll tell you what, I think we covered all the bullet points. Is there something you can think of that I haven't covered or we haven't covered here?
I believe our fishing might be an issue because I feel like there was probably somewhere in there might be questions about our fishing stuff, but I think our fishing industry needs to be a little bit better.
I would say
we don't have as much fishermen. I don't see them out there as much as I used to.
So that's another economic opportunity for the tribe.
Yeah, is our fishing.
Do you have experience in that area?
I do not.
You just know that it's something that we can utilize.
I've seen it because usually working at the Pines, they would come in and fill up their tanks and boats and stuff. So I would have a chance to talk with them guys and stuff.
Okay.
But I've noticed looking out the lake, I hardly see as many as I used to. And I kind of wish that we had a little bit more fishermen, traditional fish. I think they do it for traditionally or...
There's different reasons out there. Okay, so other than that, then, I think we kind of covered all the bullet points. We really did. So this is how we'll wrap this up. You have this last opportunity to speak directly to the voters.
Okay, I'm Dylan Friisvall, and I'm running for a seat on the council. And I went to school here, lived here all my life. I know you guys. I've listened to you guys. I've listened to my elders, and I just put myself out there to be on the ballot, and it's up to you guys to, kind of lead the way.
All right. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.